Ten.
Start my take studio.
7, 6.
Start my camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good afternoon, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tim Evans. On today's show, we have a look at the GH Primo production of Beauty and the Beast, a peek at the Haas automation, and a look at the chaos on show day here in the MCTV studios. But first, our top story. The St. Albert Baha'i Community Youth Group does many good things for the community. They go to seniors' lodges and bring them homemade cookies and visit with them, and volunteer at Habitat for Humanity, among other contributions. They also devote themselves to God and worship by reading the Ruhi, Spirit Book, their version of the Bible. Although small numbers in Canada, we have a Baha'i believer in our crew. We asked Genevieve Ransom-Ratouche to explain her religion to enlighten us.
St. Albert Junior Youth Group currently did a project helping out the community, but I investigate further why they have so much fun in these classes.
On a weekly basis, and youth between the ages of 11 and 14 come together.
That get together, and we have some teachers that come and teach us about like the Baha'i faith.
They love coming to these junior youth groups. You know, we go through a story for about 20 minutes and talk about some moral issues and questions, and then after that we usually play games for quite a bit.
I just love being with the junior youth. Every time I'm with them, it inspires me to keep going and
people, and I've made friends, and yeah, pretty much.
An united environment, and everyone gets along great.
Youth tend to go through the most critical development through the ages 11 to 15, but there are other challenges to why they may be so scared to go through these classes.
Out who you are at that age and realizing how to choose the right path in life.
We're just teaching them something, and it's their choice to come here.
And I think that coming together in a safe environment and being supportive of one another, encouraging one another, and focusing on spirituality.
They go through a difficult time and moral issues, and this group lets them express noble ideas.
In St. Albert, there is currently only one youth group in the Aikenstale area, but I asked them why we should have more of these groups based on the foundations and principles of Baha'u'llah.
Different teachings from different religions. They teach us how to respect others, and we learn about like God's words.
And one of the major goals of the Baha'i faith is to bring unity among mankind, so race, religion, culture.
I think it has. Like, I've learned new things. I've learned to like respect others more.
Of course, I'd want more in St. Albert. Like, for now, we just have an Aikenstale, but hopefully we can expand it.
Thornville currently does not have a youth group, but we are hoping one for the future. For the latest and greatest stories, follow me on Twitter at Jenny Z. Wolf, or follow us at MCTV News. This is Genevieve Ransom-Ratouche for MCTV News, and I am covering you in St. Albert.
MCHS is full of teams. Among them is the track and field team coached by Terry Maslick. The Wolves track and field team is preparing for their various events, and by the looks of things, it's a team we can be proud of. To talk about what we can expect from the team, I'm joined now by Coach Terry Maslick. Mr. Maslick, thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much, Tim. It's great to be here.
So, what is track and field?
Well, track and field is kind of like it says. We go out there and they either run on the track or they throw and jump on the field.
Nice. Okay. So, how many teams are in the? How many students are in the team this year?
It varies each year. Usually we're right around the 30 mark. Some years a little below, some years above. I think this year we'll probably be in the higher 30 level there.
Okay, so can we expect great things from this team?
You know what? Every year MCH is always kind of in the running for the zone championship, and I think this year we'll challenge. It should be a strong challenge. We have some good veterans coming back, some good leaders, and we have a lot of grade 10s that are coming up. So some good juniors coming in.
Nice. So what's involved with practice?
It varies because there's so many different disciplines. We practice kind of 5 times a week that we do the technical information, training and technique work. We have javelin practice, we have discus shot practice during noon hours. We have high jumping practice after school, and we have running practices after school as well.
All right, so with this late and below average spring, is the weather affecting your training schedule?
Oh, yeah, oh God, all us track coaches are just going crazy here. Yeah, it really has an effect. But you know what? We've always started in gym training every year. It's just this year we're going to have to go a little bit longer. And in some ways it's good in the gym because it's you're a little closer to the athletes and you can get a little bit more teaching done.
Awesome. So will there be any opportunities for students and fans to take in the events?
Yeah, and unfortunately not too many chances for fans. We have the one zone meet and on May 23rd. And so yeah, some can come out. A lot of parents come out to that one. It's at Foot Field at U of A. And then our provincials are in Calgary on June 6th and 7th. So a lot of time parents come out for that too.
Great, thanks. All right, so the skills competition, moving on from field skills to skills competitions, it's a big deal for those who love the trades. Mortal Community High School is big into the trades, so naturally, every year since 1994, we've sent students to compete in various trades. High school students can make it all the way to nationals, where in TV last year, competitors had to make a video promoting and assign sponsor the skills competition. The team from British Columbia won silver with their promotion for Haas Automation. Here's their video.
Everything in this world is built on cooperation. Nature exists as a series of relationships. Each piece fits together to form the whole. As a society, we continue to grow as we connect and work together. Skills Canada, a collection of the most talented youth in the country, a collaboration between sponsors and students. The pinnacle of CNC machining, Haas, has generously sponsored this event. They have dedicated their assets to this competition and education, committing their precise, user-friendly, and dynamic CNC machines for students to use.
Haas is dedicated to the industry, and their commitment to education has been outstanding.
Haas is our partner in CNC machining, so they have provided the machines that have allowed us to have that competition on site.
We just did a national agreement now that all of the national skills contests will be sponsored by Haas.
Because of this, the participation of Haas and Thomas Skinner, that has allowed us to do it on site and provide a better visual experience for the visiting students.
20 years ago, there wasn't any of them, and now they made, I think, 140,000 CNC machines. They're the best company we've ever represented.
Like any connection in nature, in this world, Haas has cooperated with Skills Canada and the CNC Machining Competition, ensuring the successful progress of students in the trade.
Though there's been rather unusual lately, bouncing from beautiful to absolutely atrocious. But mind you, it looks wild across the nation as we take a look at weather across Canada. Right now in Whitehorse, it is currently 4 degrees, partly snowy, partly rainy, about rain-snow mix. Yellowknife is 3 degrees in partly sunny conditions. Iqaluit is a cold spot in the country, -8 in the snow, so let's stay up there, please. Vancouver right now is at 15 degrees in the sun, very nice. Regina is at 1 degree, partly sunny skies, partly cloudy. Winnipeg, about the same conditions as Whitehorse, about a degree lower. Toronto, rain at 11. Currently in St. John's, it is 6 degrees, cloudy conditions. Halifax is 12 in the rain. And Montreal, partly sunny skies and about 18 degrees. Let's take a look at Alberta. Right now in high level, it is currently 11 degrees. As you take a look across the province, there's pretty much the same conditions. Partly sunny, partly cloudy, but temperatures all over the place. Fort McMurray, 9 degrees. Medicine Hat, hot spot of the province at 14 degrees. National Parks, 10 degrees in Banff. Jasper's at 9. Beautiful time to take a road trip there on Friday. Red Deer, 8 degrees. And Calgary is basking in the warm temperatures at 12 degrees. Let's take a look at our current conditions. Currently, right now in Morinville, the best town in Alberta, mind you, it's 5 degrees. Winds coming out of the south at 13 clicks. Relative humidity is at 65%. Sunrise, it rose this morning at 6:13. It'll set tonight at 8:52. Let's take a look at our 7-day. If we could take a look at our 7-day. Excellent, thank you. Today we're expecting a high of 9 degrees. Warming up as we get to Saturday. Sunday dipping. Monday snow. 5 degrees, but after that it's looking beautiful. When the doors close on Block B on Wednesdays, it seems calm, cool, and collected in the TV studio, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Every week, the dedicated reporters of MCTV go out into our community to cover events that help shape our world and contribute to our community. We pride ourselves in delivering a quality program to you, our viewers, as unbiased as possible because we want you to form your opinion. We decided to turn the camera on ourselves and show you the chaotic order that happens every Wednesday in the studio. Here's Colton Nelson with our side of the story.
Today I took a look behind the scenes of MCTV to find out what they do to help the school.
I think this class is important to the school because the school, it really brings the school together. It provides students a way to express themselves, and it lets them, it's a rallying point.
This class is important to the school because you really need news in a sense. Kind of like telling students what's going on in the school.
This class is important to the school because it's a way for people to learn how to new things and how a new studio works. And
I think this class is important to the school because it's different. You know, it's different than other high schools. No other school around the area has a TV studio in it, and it's a good experience for kids to learn how to work computers and be on camera. It gives kids confidence who are in this class, and that's a good thing for kids to have, as well as it makes the school unique, you know? One thing about MCHS is that it's unique from other schools like Sturgeon and RF Staples, and this is one aspect of the school that makes it even more unique.
This class can get a little hectic, so I asked some of the students what their jobs were and a brief description on how they do it.
The floor director is the relay person between the director, PA, and the hosts out on there. So what I do is I'm going to be giving them the counts from PA.
Genevieve and I are going to be hosting the show, so it's going to be really interesting. I like to host because it's really a good time for me to be on camera and talk to people. Maybe people can understand on how it's coming from, you know, I just like to speak to people.
My job for the next show is PA, and so that means that I announce the time, so like the 1 minute, the 30 minute, the 15 second, and the 10-second counts, so that they know what's going to happen next and how close they are to finishing the segment. It's a really great environment. Like Mr. Bottestein is a great teacher. The students in this class are all awesome. It's really fun. It's a good way to get credits. You know, you can make more credits in this class than another option class.
For MCTV News, this has been Colton Nelson reporting.
Now let's take a look at some of the upcoming events here at MCHS. The Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip training rides continue this Sunday. Meet at 10 a.m. front and sharp in front of the school. This is do or die. If you haven't made it yet, this is your last chance to qualify for the trip. Please bring a CSA-approved helmet and a bike. Kind of necessary. See Mr. Bottestein for more info. Parent-teacher interviews running tonight from 5:30 to 8:30 in the gym. Here's your chance to show your parents that you do more than text your significant other in class. No school this Friday for students, whereas teachers, you're still expected to show up. Sorry. Students, enjoy your long weekend. A night of one acts is next Tuesday, April 30th at 7 at the Mortonville Community Cultural Center. Tickets are $6 at Sobeys or here at the school. See Mrs. Knapchuk for more info. For these and all other school events, keep connected by watching the daily announcements, logging on to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacre.ab.ca or visiting us on Twitter at mchs_wolves. Every year, GH Primo students bring a classic play to life on stage for the community. This year, the Primos presented The Beauty and the Beast at the Moreville Community Cultural Center. The play was directed by Ryan O'Gorman and was brought to life entirely by junior high students. The production had an excellent turnout with upwards of 250 audience members who gave rave reviews of the cast performance. We sent out MCTV reporter Matt Urquhart to examine the Beast and give us the beauty of this play.
About 250, 275 people show up tonight, which is a very strong crowd, and we were very happy with it. This morning we played to a show of 450, but they were all little kids from Margaret. The bigger the audience, the more lively the audience, the more infectious it is for the actors, and the more that they will respond and play to the audience.
The crowd was no issue for these performers, but the casting spots were.
Miss Rive had to rewrite a lot of the scenes because we actually incorporated a bigger cast than what the original script allowed for. So she had to write in new characters, and then that meant rewriting scenes and adding additional scenes. We started auditions for the play at the end of January, and then since the end of January we've been rehearsing for about 3 times a week, 2 to 2.5 hours per rehearsal. What's involved is that all the students get together, they get their scripts. Then after about 2 weeks of them having the scripts, we actually cast the show, so no one knew what parts they would have when they were first enrolled in the show. We didn't give out actual parts until we saw how the cast dynamic was developing.
After the cast dynamic was developed, I asked Mr. O'Gorman why he chose Beauty and the Beast.
We've done a handful of other shows throughout the years, and we hadn't done Beauty and the Beast in a number of years, so there was the novelty factor, the fact that a lot of people are familiar with the play, and that it was a versatile play that worked well with the casting options that we had.
This has been Matt Urquhart reporting.
Coming up on the April 17th episode of Moreville's #1 news source, we'll have highlights from the Primo Open House, exciting news regarding the church steeple. We'll also air the video Tony and Alt and I produced for Skills Canada. All that and your weather team forecast on the April 17th program. That's our show for today. A quick weather update before we go. The weekend is looking fantastic for Saturday, but Sunday is rather chilly, so bundle up, bikers. Next week is looking fabulous, though, so stay optimistic, MCHS. For all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Tim Evans. Have a good one, and remember, if you're against speeding tickets, raise your right foot.